Hey guys, this is Kami Ken, and this time I'm using my headphones. I'm using my microphone, so you can hear me better. Yeah, basically I have a lot of things to say about a lot of stuff, but today I thought I'd talk about how if you never take the time to do your actual comic, it'll never happen for you. Like you'll never get it started. There's so little time in your life. Like there's so little time that you actually live that you'll actually be alive to get your stuff started, that if you don't start it right now, then it's really not going to get done. Like you're not going to be able to do it the way you want it. And just drawing a comic is so time consuming that if you don't actually do the work now or put in that effort now while you have youth, while you have time, while you have energy, then it's gonna get harder and harder as you age or get older or run out of time. Maybe you have family duties or obligations. It just becomes just more difficult to make the time to make comics. um, I'm always sitting around wishing that I had the ability like manga artists, or the resources like manga artists have to uh, hire assistants, hire help, so that I can make my ideas faster, make my comics faster. Because the having that assistance really helps speed up the process, helps move things along so that you can get to the next chapter. And what it does is it allows you to focus on the things that actually matter about your story, which are the characters, their expressions, and the story itself. Like if you're the artist and the writer of your story, then you want to have assistants that are able to draw the backgrounds and do a lot of the tedious work that you either can't do or don't want to do or don't have the time to do, so that you can focus on the broad strokes, focus on the things that actually matter about your comic, so you can put out chapters on a more consistent basis. And I see this a lot in general in life, that people will start things and they'll start with showing people what they're doing, and they'll get a lot of that dopamine, that a lot of that hit off of, oh, I showed everybody and everybody likes it, and I put in a lot of work at the beginning, but then I don't see there's a lot of times where I don't see the follow through, where the person continues making the thing and makes it into a full brings it into fruition, and makes it into the full product that people can look at and enjoy. Maybe they get scared of being judged for how the story actually turns out, because maybe they lack the skills to write and don't have access to a writer who can actually help them create their work. Because a lot of artists are really good at the art aspect of it, they're really good at drawing, but then when it comes to writing the story, it becomes a source of fear for them, because it's like it's difficult to write. They find that they might find that it's more difficult than they anticipated, and they don't want to let people down with what stories they come up with. Because the weird thing about comics is that if you're just an illustrator and you're posting stuff on social media, you can get all the likes for the art that you're producing and creating and posting online. People will give you likes for that, and there's no need for a story. Like people don't need you to create a story with that. But then if you try to make it into a story, make a story out of your comic, then all of a sudden, all those drawings that you're doing are going to be judged based on the story content, the story quality, versus the singular quality of just the image by itself. Before, you were just being judged on images that, okay, I can easily produce images and people will like those. But to have all those images that you're drawing in sequence be judged all together based on the quality of the story that you're producing, now it becomes a problem. Like it's like, oh, it's not as good as people were anticipating. It's not as good as the art is. And some people don't have that exact problem. Like they'll be able to make a webcomic that is just as interesting as the illustrations themselves, but those are like the successful ones that we see. Um, like if you're operating based on survivorship bias, you're seeing the ones that are successful, but there's so many others that aren't created, that aren't finished, or they aren't brought to life, that you'll see sketches, you'll see expression sheets, or you'll see like character designs and maybe some background designs, and like you'll see all the back material of the story rather than the story itself. Like for Air Rider, for example, I didn't really do that much like character designs or backstory stuff, or like background design or whatever. I was just like, this needs to come out of me right now. Like it was like I just started drawing. I was just like, okay, I just got to get this out somehow. I'll figure out how to draw a school. I'll figure out how to draw lockers. I'll figure out how to draw all this stuff, and figure it out along the way. Or I'll design whatever character I need to design along the way, because I can already see them kind of in my head a little bit. I already know what they wanna what they should look like in my head. I'll just draw them down on the page, and I did the same thing with this newest comic I'm working on too, and that's partly what has gotten me um taking some time, because I'm designing the characters on the page. I'm just like, I want to get this going. I want to tell the story as soon as possible, because if I slow down or if I wait too long, then it'll never get done. It'll never be out there. And I don't even like doing drawings of the characters like in a void doing whatever. Like I don't like doing character designs. I don't like doing background designs. I just want to tell stories so bad that I'm like, I need to get it started immediately. So that's basically my thoughts on that. Like if you're a creator and you want to make your comic, just get it started. Just do it. Otherwise, and this is something I see a lot, is if you're trying to make a webcomic or you're trying to make a story and you don't do it, you'll just get caught by some animation studio who wants to hire you for their project, and you just get absorbed into that. And I've seen that so many times over my over like my time on the internet, that people will just start off like, I got this project that I'm gonna do and it's coming soon, and then a year goes by, 3 years goes by, 5 years, and you never see it created. And then you see a tweet or a post or whatever on social media like, oh, I just got hired to Nickelodeon Animation, or I just got hired to Disney, and now you're like, okay, so when's the webcomic coming out? It's never coming out, because they got hired and they got something. They're getting paid to do something with their art, rather than the project that they promised in the past. So it's like, I wanted to be the creator who actually produced the webcomic, because if you don't create the webcomic fast enough, you will have to do something for money in art, or you will get caught up into something else that will pay you for your art. But if it's not your webcomic, if you're not creating with urgency, then it'll never come out, and it'll take much longer for you to actually work on your own ideas versus being paid to work on somebody else's ideas. So if you can get to a point in your webcomic career or in your comic making career to where you're getting paid a living wage for your own ideas as soon as possible, then you're going to be in a good spot to keep creating more and more of your own stuff, your own ideas. Um, because you'll learn more and more about what people like and what people respond to, and you can create more stuff that would actually be lucrative for you. But if you don't do it fast enough, you're gonna get caught into some type of art job that will pay you, but not for you to make your own stuff. So that's all I've got for today. This one was a little longer than usual, but I felt like I had to say something about that. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.